So this is the paper pumpkin for March. The April paper pumpkin, they've already advertising it. It's going to be something called Cool Something or Other. But this is what we have today. Now this is our little Calypso coral. I'm going to be using my full-size Calypso coral just because I like the way this stamps better than this. This is okay, but you know what a perfectionist I am, so I am going to I'm going to use this. But you're free to use this. Maybe I'll save these and give them away in my Take Your Pick Tuesday kits. Maybe get like 5 of them together and save them for Take Your Pick Tuesday kits, gifts that I give out. So this is called The Adventure. Here's to You. And so The Adventure Continues is for the stencil. So you'll see that they don't normally give you a free gift, but this month they're giving us a free gift, which is a sponge. And I noticed that these are not in the new catalog. So if you like these, you might want to buy some before. So the retirement list came out too, which that's the stuff they will no longer carry from the annual catalog as of May 1st. So I'll be emailing that to everyone. So it looks like our stencils, we have some clouds, a sunburst. I should put this behind white so y'all can see. I've got an envelope here. This is a mountain range, I believe. This is sunburst. I've seen this. I've seen people do that. And then here we have stars. I wonder, it feels like there's some kind of backing on there. Maybe not. So basically what this is for is you take your sponge, and a lot of people have cut their sponges up into 4ths. I think I actually cut mine into 6 for smaller, but no smaller than a 6, but most people do the 4ths. And you take that sponge and you get it in your ink like this, that little piece of sponge, and then you go over your, oh, well, maybe I could just show you real quick, huh? All right, so we have our sponge, and I don't know if these scissors will cut it. Probably not. Oh, look, it will. Okay, so we're going to cut it into 4ths. You may not want to cut yours, but it's easier to work with if you cut it. Okay, so now we have our sponge into 4ths. And we'll just take our Calypso coral, and we're going to, gonna get ink on our fingers first of all. That's, you know, obviously necessity when you are working with ink. You always have to get your fingers. Now this is, I haven't used this so I'm really gonna have to push this in, and I'm kind of thinking that this ink pad is a little dry. So I started dabbing, but then I decided, I dabbed and then I swirled with my, so you dab and swirl. And be sure you get all the corners there, because some people tape their thing down, their stencil down, so that it doesn't move around. Okay. I know I'm going to get inky fingers if I do this, but I might as well finish what I started. Whoops, see, now it moved, so I have to put it back where it was. So basically dab and swirl. And then you have, ta-da! Isn't that cool? So that's how you use your stencils and your sponges that they put in your kit. And I'm sure you can find all kinds of projects online. I'm going to take a wipe and clean that off so that I don't get ink everywhere. And I do have to tell you that I really, really like my wipes that I found. I got them at Kroger, but you can actually get them I think I've seen them at Target too. They're honest. They're 99% water. They don't leave fuzz on your stamps. That was the biggest thing when I moved. I used to use Publix wipes, but they don't have Publix here. So I had to find a new baby wipe, or this actually is hand and face wipe. It's not even a baby wipe, but it's in the baby wipe section. I'll wash this later. And put my ink. I hope I left myself some ink to stamp with. But you can see that's pretty cool. It does a good job. So just dab, dab, dab. And like I said, some people tape it down. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Okay. So, let's dig into our kit and see what we got. I've watched a couple of videos. I don't open my kit, but I did look at a couple of videos. Here's our stamps. We have some trees and some, looks like wildflowers. Here's to you, all the best for a happy, healthy, and prosperous year. Happy birthday. May your journey through life take you to many new and exciting places. That sounds pretty fun. Okay. It's like Christmas. Yeah, Pat, look for it on Target.com. I'm sure you can get it. You might even be able to get it. Some of you that shop Amazon, you might want to get it at Amazon. I hope that noise didn't, I hope that wasn't too loud, that rattling of that tissue paper. I imagine it was pretty loud. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going around and around. I'm being careful not to cut anything I don't want to cut. And here it is. Try to get it out without losing anything. This is important too. I always forget about the instructions. Oh, okay, Pat. Sorry. See you later. Glad you could join us for a little while. Okay, so I'm going to get some of my Sort Quick on my fingers, because whenever I work with paper, my fingers get really dry. And I can't get my paper to do anything. It won't stick. I can't even pick it up. So we have some pretty cool envelopes. And this is... It kind of reminds me of grocery bag paper, the old paper grocery bags. So these are inserts to decorate the inside of your envelope. So you just kind of push it down as far as it will go, and then you find your crease. It might be smart to do this first. And they give you these little dots, but you know, we all use our snail. Oh, where is it? This Stampin' Seal. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal here. I think one should be enough. And just fold that down, and then you have this really pretty inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do these like this. Let's see. Should I just do one of each, or should we just go ahead and do our whole kit? You know, I'm kind of tempted to do the whole kit because I found that when I only do one of each, sometimes my kits end up sitting and they don't get done. And that's kind of sad. Okay, so I think that's the trick, is you fold it, you put it in there. Now if you didn't want to, if you wanted to save this and use it as DSP for a card, you could do that too. But I'm going to do the kit the way they have it this month, because I mean, these are cute projects, so you can do alternatives if you want. There's plenty of them on that you can see on Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. It's the Facebook group. Hi Janice. Glad to see you're here. And you can and then we have these. I can see why people want to use this for DSP, because it's so pretty. It's almost like, why would I use that on the inside of my envelope? But it really does. I forgot to fold that one. It helps a lot to fold before you, well, I folded two at a time, that one. It really helps to fold before you put your insert in. And then when you get your insert in, okay. So I'm trying to think, what can I do? Every month I get this paper pumpkin, and I've got to start using them because I have the cards in my class kits that I use, and I'm sure you guys do too. So that's 6 cards each month in the class kits, and then I have my paper pumpkin, which is usually 8 cards or more. So I have got to start sending out some cards. There's people in my church I could send them out to, and you know, friends and family, they always love to get cards from us, so I need to start sending them out. All right, so now I'm just going to whip these out. See how pretty and easy. Just a strip of the Stampin' Seal and done. Now if you're concerned that one strip's not enough, you could always do more than one, but I think one is going to be plenty. Stampin' Seal is pretty I was going to say predictable, but it's pretty reliable. Similar ending, the word anyway. Reliable, predictable. Okay. I think we got one more I need to put this on. Yeah, so I'm going to make these cards up, and I'm going to send them out. And you might not want to do yours all at once. You might want to do them a little bit at a time, and I may change my mind here in a minute as far as, but sometimes when you do, and be careful with these guys here because they are very delicate. And it's very easy to rip them. Okay, come on out of there. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So this will be good for masculine cards. We will be doing after we do the butterfly class, which ships April 4th. We'll be doing that well-suited masculine card with the suit and tie. But I don't want to do all suits and ties. I want to do some maybe polo shirts and maybe some plaid shirts, like lumberjack type shirts, and because not everybody wears ties and suits and ties, so I want to make it versatile, so you can choose how you want to do your cards depending on who you're sending your cards to. Yeah, this is, you got to be really careful here with these guys. I don't know that I need all of these. I think they give us 8, but I'm not sure if I need all 8. Do they give us 8? Yep, they do. So I'm not sure we need all 8 of them. I wonder if that was kind of a case we did rip some of them because they're very delicate. I do that sometimes. I add extra stuff to my kits just in case you have problems. Okay, so I think we really only need 4. So these guys, this is done. That's going to go on this card here. So I'll go ahead and bone folder this. It's always nice to have some cards on hand, and even though paper pumpkin, they're not as the same as you would get if you made them yourself from scratch, from, you know, heavier cardstock. These are still good quality cards that you can feel confident giving them to your friends, because they're just as nice as any card you could probably buy in a grocery store, or you know, the printed cards. So, and these are some that you made. You get the fun of making them, and then you get the fun of giving them, and whoever you give them to gets the fun of receiving them. So it's a win-win. The paper pumpkin kits are definitely a win-win for everyone. Okay, next, you know, I'm really bad about not looking at instructions. So it says we should stamp our sentiments. So we have here's to you and happy birthday. Oh, you stamp happy birthday 3 times. So here's something that I have figured out. I saw this on a somebody's, what they did. First of all, get the ink off my. What they did is they went ahead and did all their stamping at one time, rather than doing individual stamping. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do first the happy birthday. Which is a fun card. But you know, congratulations is fun too. If you wanted to do congratulations instead of happy birthday, it will fit on there too, I believe. So I'm going to get my block. I've got it upside down. And I'm going to also get because these are photopolymer stamps, I like to use my foam sheet from my Stampin' Stamparatus, and that kind of gives it a little cushion. So I'm going to stamp my happy birthday, and I'm going to line it up. I'm hoping these are going to be straight. Normally I would put my head over it to make sure that it's straight, but I will spare you my head. It's also faster to use the full size. I wish we knew ahead of time what color we were going to need for our stamping for our paper pumpkins, because then we could order, if we didn't have that color, we could order it. Alright, so now I'm going to clean off my stamp. And so I'm done with that. I'm going to put it back because these clear stamps, very easy to lose. Very easy to lose. Okay, and then now I want Here's to You. These have a good photopolymer smell to them. They actually feel better than some of the stamps we've gotten before in our kits. I wonder if they have changed suppliers or if they've made them a little different. Okay, so Here's to You. It works a lot better with this foam mat underneath. Alright, there's my stamping. Here's to You. Now I could stamp on the inside some of these other greetings. I think I will wait and see what I want to do. But I could stamp, I could get some green and stamp these on the inside, these trees, or these flowers here. Could also, let's see. What else do we need? Now they have us stamping the birds. On these, we stamp the birds here. So there's two little birds, but some people have stamped in different colors. They didn't use Calypso Coral for the birds. But honestly, I think I will, just because that's what they intended. And I'm going to put it in the corner. Since I have a big block, I'm going to put them in the corner. Right there. And my little birdies are going to fly in the yellow. Okay, and then in this, they're going to fly over here in this part here. This is kind of fun. So I hope you're doing this along with me. If not, you can do it whenever you get a chance, but this is kind of fun and relaxing. No stress. All right, so what next? We're going to do the orange here. These don't need any stamping. The green doesn't need any stamping. So I think we're done with all the stamping that we have to do, unless you want to do extra, but we could save that for later. All right, so make sure I got my stamps back in place so I don't lose them. And get my, might need to clean that off. I think I do. Get my little birdies. Put my little birdies over here. Yeah. So I think we're done with our stamps. Done with this. Done with this. All right. I don't think we're done with our ink, our Stampin' Seal. So this, you have these. This goes here. So I'm going to put those on with some, once I get my fingers again, I'm going to use some glue. I like to use tiny little glue dots for stuff. So basically and this is a new thing, so it should work. I'm just touching it. I think, and there's the trees. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see it. What I've done. Okay, you can see my little dots of glue, and that's basically just touching the I'm going to put it along the bottom edge there of the scenery. Okay, there's one. And number two, do my dots of glue again. You want to do as little dots as possible because you don't want it to run. Okay, moving right along. And hopefully I got enough on the end there. So pretty. I like the dimension of that the die cuts provide. It provides like a dimension. Okay, so we have that. Get the glue off my fingers. Now what? Now we got to put our here's to you, and it looks like there's some twine that kind of goes, okay, yeah, I see. So we've got our here's to you. I'll go ahead and punch those out. I love Calypso Coral. It's one of my favorite colors. I have a lot of favorite colors though for Stampin' Up. It's just about everything is my favorite color. Now they have us using the little glue dots, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to put a strip there. I'm going to get my twine, maybe. Where did my twine go? Here it is, in here. Sorry about that loud noise. Okay, so here's my twine. So pretty and soft. Let's see. Attach nested 16 inches of linen thread. So 16 inches would be 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8. I love that they give you the dimensions and they give you a ruler too. So it looks like I'm just going to take my 2 fingers and loosely, I kind of loosely, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe bigger, maybe bigger. So I have my fingers that are separated about a ½ inch. And then I'm going to, I'm making sure that my ends are here. There. So my ends are not going to be showing. So here's to you. I left room on the edges for dimensionals. They've given us some mini dimensionals, but I'm going to use some of mine here and save those for later. So I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on this, on here. Take this off, and then here's to you goes right here, kind of off the side a little bit. It's more dimension to make it look like a nice card and not just something, you know, flat like what you get in the store. Okay, and then we have these green things here. They go down here. Probably should have put that on first. I didn't put that on with dimensionals, but and I don't know, you might want to put that on with dimensionals. I'm not. I'm going to use glue dots. And they do give you these glue dots here that you can use, but I'm going to use the glue dots from here. I'm just going to put 1 and 2, and like I said, I would have done better to put this on before, so I'm just going to like tuck it underneath there, and it looks like it's pretty close to it. The next card, I'll put that on first. Okay, so we have that. That might be a little further over to the side than it's supposed to be. The clouds. Let's see. They have you put these on with dimensionals. And you are putting this and this. Oh, that is so pretty. That is gorgeous. And they want you to use dimensionals. So, and it's kind of staggered like that. So I'm going to use dimensionals like they ask. Sometimes I do my own thing, and sometimes I do what they tell me to do. But I think it's a good idea to use dimensionals. So take the backings off. Maybe. And it is going to be somewhat off the edge, over, not off the edge, but like right there, close to the edge. And then this one is going to be, whoops, that's kind of crazy. So I've been working on my Easter cards to get out in the mail. I've got lots and lots and lots of Easter cards to get out. It's taken me longer than I thought, but I'll get there. Okay. I think that is the first card. Is that right? Does that have everything? It looks like it does. It has everything. That's really nice, and I think I will put a piece of Calypso coral and then something else like a piece of white over the Calypso coral to kind of make it a little fancier. So I'm just going to do that one here on camera, even though I said I might. I don't want to have you here, make you guys wait all night to get this done. All right, so now we're going to do, but it'll be easy for me to do that once I'm off camera. I'm going to probably run back and look at the new catalog thing again before. This is going to go here. This one you wrap 26-inch piece of linen thread around printed card front and adhere to base. Okay, so 26. So we got 8, 16, 24, 26. They gave us a lot of twine, didn't they? All right, so now this one, I'm going to put some, I should put the lid on my glue. Oops. I'm going to decide about where I want that. It's going to be kind of like at the base of those trees. So I'm going to put some on that side and on this side, about where I think that this is going to go. And I'm going to, and if you don't have your seal handy, you can use the little glue dots that they gave you. You put your glue dot there. You're going to wrap it around in that and then let's see, that's about as far as it's going to go. Okay, so I will trim that off. Now that's in there. It's a little high, so I'm going to push it down. And that's the good thing, you can always adjust it if you need to. And this is going to go on the front of our card. Now they have you use that, they have you put dimensionals behind this And I think that's because it doesn't have a lot of dimension. So I may actually put some tape here to hold that down in there, just because I want to make sure, since I'm using dimensionals. If I was using seal, I wouldn't worry about it coming loose, but because I'm not using seal, I'm using and I think I'm going to use big dimensionals. The little ones are great, but I'd have to use more of them. This is from a prior paper pumpkin that I got, and it's kind of leftovers, so it won't be a problem to use those up. And see if I can get these off here. And flip it over. Make sure it's opening up right. Center it. And then I'm going to get my birthday. Happy birthday. We use 3 of them. Happy birthday. 3 times. Just going to go happy birthday. Happy birthday. And happy birthday. And those I will use the mini dimensionals. Two for each one. And one more. All right. We'll do our happy birthdays. See, that's why I use that's why I use this. I would be there all day trying to get that off with my nails. Okay, so I'm going to put one right on top of the twine, and then this one can go above it slightly, get it even. And then this one can go below it. All right. We are finished with that card. That's a little bit crooked. I can straighten it up. That card is done. That wasn't too hard. I could probably finish this after we are done. That would go. Okay, so I have a couple cards ready to pop in the mail. I just have to figure out who I'm going to send them to. So this one, I think, which envelope do you think it would go with? This one goes with this card because it matches. See, flowers match. So that one goes with that card. So pretty. And that's a really thick envelope too. Lots of, it's really, and then this one, where'd the other one go? This one, oh, that's so pretty. Goes with that card there. Gorgeous. So you have 8, you'll have 8 cards when you're finished, and they'll all be ready to pop in the mail and send them off to someone, maybe a coworker or a neighbor. And you can always, you know, if you don't think you'll need them all, you can always give some to a teacher, to someone that works in a hospital. I'm sure you can find someone that can use them. All right, well, thanks for joining me. I know most of you are going to watch this later because 3 o'clock is really not a good time, I think, for a lot of you. So I will see you Friday for FYI Friday, and thanks for watching. Bye now.